Team enthusiasts, welcome back to another vlog. Starting off this video in the garage, we've got the DURTYMAX sitting outside right now. Nice and clean from this past weekend's adventure, which makes me feel very good about myself. Also, backed by high demand, we do have the Camo Enthusiast trucker hat that is back in stock. This is the one with the mesh backing. These are also available online. Get them while they're hot though, guys. I was only able to get a limited quantity of these because they were back ordered all over the place. It took like a month and a half to get these in. Finally have them, and I've already sold almost half of them. So if you're interested, go over and check them out. And one of two last things. First of all, actually this is another thing. So one of three things. I got a flu shot today. So if the camera's a little shaky and wobbly, it's because my arm is sore as hell. I gotta switch arms with you guys. Second thing, why did we pick a GoPro Hero 5 and a MacBook Pro as our first Ultimate Enthusiast giveaway? Well, there's a simple story to that. So back in February, I had two things. I had a MacBook Pro and a GoPro Hero 5. MacBook Pro I had had for a while. I took it to Penn State with me. It was like my go-to best friend pretty much the entire time that I was at school. Second thing, I got a brand new GoPro Hero 5 for Christmas of 2016. Third thing that I was trying to put together, I wanted to start a vlog. So what did I do? I took what I had available, which was my GoPro and my MacBook that was equipped with iMovie, and I started making videos. So I put my mind to it, and I had the tools at B to make that happen. So that's what inspired me to go out and buy a MacBook Pro and a GoPro Hero 5 to give away for our first giveaway. You gotta have good tools in the toolbox in order to get the job done, right? So that's why I wanted to start with these items right here, but mind you guys, this is only the first of many giveaways to come. And lastly, I can't even tell you guys how interested you were in the fact that I have 3 jacks along the wall in Jack's garage. So let me explain. So I got that jack kit back in 2013. It's back when I had an Evo 10. There's a weird Christmas theme going on right now between the gift of not that for Christmas, but my GoPro. Anyway, I got that for Christmas. It came with like a little jack kit and it was perfect for my Evo 10 at the time. But then I got something a little larger, which would require more jacking power than just 2.5 tons. So I went out and bought this 3-ton tech jack, which is an absolute piece of junk. The wheel actually bent, plate that literally bent as I was jacking my truck up one day, and that got really sketchy really fast. So the reason that that's still sitting in my garage is, well, I don't really have a reason, it's just there. So I went out and bought this 3.5-ton low profile jack, which is way higher quality. Obviously, it's said to handle high stress situations much better. So that is the answer to the 3 jack riddle. Well, 4 jacks if you want to get technical. The last of last things is the fact that blowing money stickers are now available. God, you guys are asking and asking and asking, and my radar detector is annoying, and asking for that decal. And finally we decided to get it up onto the website. It was highly requested and it's been selling like crazy, but luckily we can print those a little bit easier than we can print hats. So I have one of 2 options when I'm making the vlog. Either I can take random ass clips and I can put music to them, or I can narrate some sort of a topic of conversation. And you know, you guys have been showing a lot of interest lately in the clothing line, and this is no longer about me pitching. I never really actually want to pitch. I'm just excited about sharing with you guys what kind of the latest and greatest updates are. But a lot of you have been asking about what it is that I'm doing with digital marketing. So you've been seeing a lot of my advertisements on Facebook, obviously Instagram as well, because Facebook owns Instagram. But I've been really trying to challenge myself on learning more about digital marketing, because ultimately we all know that digital marketing is one of the most interactive methods of marketing today, because really we all spend so much time on social media. So I've been formulating different strategies to go out to market with digital marketing, and one of them is Facebook. And it's been incredibly interesting to see what kind of powers at B Facebook offers to somebody like me that owns a small apparel business. So I'm really pleased to hear that the feedback is coming back, that you guys are seeing those advertisements, because ultimately whatever kind of data that you share with Facebook is accessible to somebody that might want to market to you. And that's why, for instance, if you go on, let's just say Home Depot's website, and you're looking at one of the Milwaukee tools, because I do this all the time, because I have a really big weak spot for Milwaukee tools. I'll go on Facebook to manage my business account, and right there down in the bottom right corner is a Milwaukee tool that says, oh, you can pick up this Milwaukee tool at Home Depot. And Before I started my digital marketing endeavor, I was like, how the hell do they know that about me? It's actually very creepy, but embedded in partner websites that Facebook can basically use to track your information as a proponent of Facebook's user group. I don't know about you guys, but there's not really anything that grinds my gears more than when you have calcium deposits on your windshield and smear marks at the same time. I really need to get my shit together. So the truck is pretty dirty right now. I definitely consider that dirty. I know some of you would look at that and be like, that's not dirty at all, Jack. But this is pretty dirty for me. Plus, all this dog hair is just absolutely insane. The dog hair that's in my back seat right now, and that actually explains why I have this blanket that I bought from like Home Goods or one of those random ass stores to try and preserve some of what is my brown carpet under the blanket. So as you all are very aware, I got the truck relatively cleaned up from last weekend's festivities when we were out ripping donuts. The DURTYMAX, that was an insanely good time, and I must say that I am very impressed with the way that the truck handled. I have never put it through that kind of a task before, we can call it that for lack of better reference, but the Cognito lift kit absolutely killed it. You know, these HD trucks, they're not meant to be pre-runners, so running over bumps at a very rapid rate is not what these things were designed for by any means. But the Cognito kit handled it like it was nobody's business. I am on a 4 to 6 inch Cognito kit on the truck right now, and I must say, over the course of the 35,000 miles that I've put on this kit, it has performed flawlessly, and I must accredit Cognito for their engineering and their quality of design, because a lot of kits will not do that. So to answer all of your questions, that is exactly who I went through to get this truck to sit the way that it is. Currently, it's at about 5 inches of height, which means that I went with the aftermarket keys, but they have no torque on them to push the torsion bars down, and it rides literally like a Cadillac compared to stock. This is not a plug by any means. I'm purely just speaking to their capability and their quality. A majority of the dirt off of these felted fender liners. Now, I don't know, I guess now General Motors did do like felt on 2015 model year and up trucks. They're nice because they act as a great sound deadener, but they suck because they hold everything that you throw at them, so it's very difficult to clean. As most of you are probably aware, I do have a Whirly custom fab turbo kit that's on this truck. It is a S369 single turbo fixed vane purely mechanical turbo that does not have any of that electronic vane involved. It is Illusion purple, which gives you that nice purpley flake. I've had it on the truck now for about 3,000 miles and have enjoyed every single heartbeat of this thing. It sounds awesome, it performs awesome, it spools awesome. And the drivability is unmatched, honestly, for a single turbo. Now seriously guys, if you're interested at all, please give WhirlyFab a buzz. They don't pay me to say that. I'm saying that purely because I've gotten to know Jason over the past 2 years with this truck. I've had Whirly parts on it from day one, and I gotta say that their performance, their quality, their business practices, their customer service, their willingness to work with you as an enthusiast is by far the best that I've honestly ever encountered. And Jason and I have now a very long-lasting, great working relationship, which actually brings me to a modification that I have on the way for the truck. So most of you that are familiar with DURTYMAXs could probably guess what the modification is. Those of you that aren't so aware, from a consecutive standpoint on the mods that I've done to the mods that the truck doesn't have, I'm not going to say anything, but I've got another mod coming from WhirlyFab. They're purple, let's just put it that way, and it's going to add some great performance and enhancements. So I know that I did a lot of talking in this vlog, and I know that a lot of you aren't keen on that, but since we've reached this 40,000 subscriber milestone, I really wanted to take a minute and kind of level set the dialogue with some of the new audience members, because I don't want to just assume that I'm speaking to people that already know kind of where the truck is and what the truck has done to it, as I get plagued with questions on a day-to-day basis, not only through my Instagram, which is right here at DURTYMAX on Instagram, but also through YouTube, asking some of the core questions. What size tires do you have? What size lift do you have? Who makes your lift? What kind of exhaust do you have? Who's your tuning done through? All of those little things that become very monotonous over time, but I want to address for the audience that's genuinely curious, and I also want to say that I'm not blowing you off. So now that the days are getting a little bit shorter, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be difficult for me to maintain my kind of 2 vlogs a week. I know I haven't been doing that historically because quite honestly, I've been so busy with the limited amount of time that I have outside of my day job to fill orders and make sure that my customers are happy through Enthusiast, but I want to remember where my true roots were, because honestly this brand wouldn't be anything without all of you guys. So I know that I often say this, but I still want to express all of my appreciation for all of your support so far. And with that said, I want to continue to try and maintain the standard of quality for my videos. I don't want to just try and pump things out to meet my quota of 2 a week, vlogs a week, whereas I might now transition to maybe 1, because then I can kind of take a day in my weekend and really make an awesome story for you guys. So as kind of my last takeaways from this video, I just want to remind you all that the YouTube call out is October 28th, guys. So it's going to be a really great time. There's a lot of really big YouTubers coming out. I could stand here all night and address them, but we have like Salamandrin, we've got Parker from Vehicle Virgins, we've got Jimbo coming out, who's an amazing cinematographer, videographer. Obviously we've got Mike, Street Suite 717, we've got Nick, Guitar Mageddon Z01, we've got Andy, Diablo Formula Racing, we've got Max Check Vids. I'm sure that the guys from InChain Designs are going to be coming out, Pat Roel. We've got Troy Sowers, and all of the YouTubers that just so happen to gather kind of up here in the northeastern kind of area. But we've also got people coming from literally all over. I mean, Texas, Florida, with Cletus McFarland, and it's going to be a really, really cool time. I will have the DURTYMAX there. I will be running it down the strip, but I'm not going to be competing for, you know, best time out of any diesel truck. I want to humbly say I'm sorry for all of the dialogue that took place in this video. Not so much action-packed, but there's a lot of information that we got to cover and a lot of really exciting things. So with that said, guys, if you like the video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, or you're stopping in, or maybe a little hesitant to subscribe, go check out some of my other videos. The one that I just posted earlier in the week is really awesome. It involves my truck doing donuts, and there's a roost that's just flying everywhere. So with that said, guys, I am out. I hope that you all have an awesome night, and I can't wait to see all of you guys at the YouTube call out.